Intriguing. When a company builds a modern fortress to house its data, they install layers of digital alarms and thick firewalls. But the only way to know if those defenses actually hold up is to hire someone to try and find a way past them. This is penetration testing. It's an authorized, highly controlled attempt to find the exact point where a network security fails. To conduct these assessments, professionals rely on the Metasploit Framework. It serves as an all-in-one platform where ethical hackers can find, test, and verify vulnerabilities in a system. Metasploit provides a structured workspace. It allows security teams to simulate the same techniques used by real-world attackers, but within a safe environment where they can't cause any permanent damage to their own systems. By adopting the mindset of a criminal, these experts can build defenses that are actually ready for the real thing. Because an ethical hacker uses the same tools as a malicious one, the difference between a job well done and a criminal act comes down to a single piece of paper: the contract. Using Metasploit on a network without explicit written permission is a felony in most parts of the world. It doesn't matter if you were just trying to help. Without that legal agreement, the law treats the session as a cyber attack. That contract establishes strict scope boundaries. It defines which specific servers the tester can touch and which systems are strictly off-limits, ensuring the business stays running while its security is being pushed to the limit. This legal framework is the only thing that separates a security career from a prison sentence. In this field, the rules aren't just paperwork. They are the foundation that makes the work possible. Once the rules are set, the assessment begins. But a professional doesn't just start throwing attacks at the network. They begin by quietly observing the perimeter from a distance. Metasploit uses auxiliary modules to handle this scouting work. You can think of these as high-powered sensors and mapping tools used to understand the digital landscape. These modules scan the target network to see which computers are talking, what software they're using, and which digital pathways are left open to the outside world. The goal is to find a specific mistake, perhaps a piece of software that wasn't updated correctly, that provides a way into the system without triggering any security alerts. A successful breach is rarely about brute force. It depends on the patience of this quiet, investigative phase. When the scouting phase identifies a specific flaw in the software, the tester must choose a specialized set of instructions to take advantage of that error. This is where the exploit comes in. It's a piece of code that essentially confuses the software into doing something it wasn't supposed to do, momentarily creating a gap in its defenses. But the exploit only creates that gap. It doesn't actually give the tester control over the computer or allow them to run any commands. To actually perform a task, they need a payload. This is the cargo, the active software that is slipped through the gap the exploit created. Once inside, the payload unpacks and establishes a link back to the tester's computer. This gives them a remote foothold they can use to interact with the target system. The exploit provides the entry, and the payload provides the control. Both have to work in perfect sequence to achieve that first foothold. Gaining that first foothold gets the tester inside, but it's essentially like standing in the bank's lobby. The real work is seeing where they can go from there. This starts the post-exploitation phase. Now, the tester determines how much damage a real attacker could do with this small amount of access. They test for lateral movement, seeing if they can use their position in the lobby to quietly slip into other departments or more sensitive offices across the corporate network. They also try to gain higher permissions. This is the digital version of moving from a guest pass to a master set of credentials, allowing the tester to reach the most sensitive data stored deep in the network. Throughout this entire process, the tester is meticulously documenting every single weakness they find. They aren't there to steal, they're there to provide a blueprint for a better defense. By safely simulating these attacks with Metasploit, organizations can find their own flaws and fix them. It ensures that when a real threat comes knocking, the digital vault remains closed and secure.